Check this out.
Bollywood superstars.
All set? Let's go.
Kareena, so we all know that, of course, you always wanted to be a star or a heroine. But growing up, did you have any other, fleetingly, did you have any other career options in your mind?
Never. Apart from wanting to fly the world and be an air hostess and travel the world, but my father was very against that. He was like, you can travel the world, we'll send you on a whirlwind tour whenever you want, but you're not being an air hostess. I don't want you to. I don't mind if you want to be an actress. Go pursue your dreams and make it come true, or something which I think he always told me. So I think there was a phase of that.
Right.
Actually, there was another phase that came in between, was the lawyer phase, where I went to government law college for like 6 months and ran away because of the books. It just made me so scared that I was like, I just have to leave. There's no way I'm doing this. And also, I don't know, coming to Lolo shoots, being born to a film family.
Right. But apart from that, of course, there was a certain affinity and familiarity. But for you, personally, what was it that drew you to films?
I was always attracted not to the money, to the glamour quotient or something. I always wanted to be involved in something so creative, because the whole family is, I think it's just running in the veins from, I think, my granddad to Ranveer. It's in our blood. You cannot take that away. It's I don't know. I think it's just the best thing to have happened that I made this choice.
Sure. So when you decided that you wanted to join films, of course, we all know that your mother was extremely supportive. So what was your father's thoughts on your decision?
Just because mom and dad didn't live under one roof, but my mom and dad are the best of friends, and they always talk to each other. They always consult each other. But just the fact that I lived with my mother, and my mother made things happen because of her support and her undying sort of energy and zest that she had for her two girls, that made it happen. More so, I think, for Karishma. My mother has made a lot of things happen for my sister, and she's a miracle woman. Even I don't think. Of course, a mother is a mother, they say, but for me, my mother's my God. It's literally like that.
Right.
But of course, dad was also maybe not, actively involved in everything. More actively involved now in my life than when Karishma was struggling in her days. But it's never that my father was very against it. Maybe he didn't really contribute, but it's never that my father, I think that's just a myth that they were against it.
Right. But did stardom change you in any manner along the way? You think it changed you?
I've not let the fire, get burned. Though a lot of people have tried to burn it, and I've still made things happen. I've worked with directors that not many people would take the risk in working. When I worked with Sudhir and Imtiaz, today everyone wants to work with them, but I still wanted to take up that challenge because I believed in those scripts. So I think whatever adulation is happening, apart from my mother's support and the directors who casted me, I really don't have anyone to thank. Except for my fire, and that was always there, which I think people who've seen me since I've been a child have always known that this girl had that in her, that who wanted to just be there, would not give up unless she was there.
Right.
So I think this was the only career option for me, if you ask me. Because like I said, it was just, trying as a lawyer or wanting to be an air hostess. But still, I think it was just, I don't know, I was just born to be in front of the camera. So this was just, I made things happen, and I think this is just the best decision of my life.
Right. And tell me, so there was a lot of chatter that, you were going to debut with Hrithik in Kaho Na Pyar Hai, and then you actually finally debuted with Refugee. And when you look back, do you think that was the right decision?
It's my first film. I think it's the best thing that happened again, because I got known as an actress from that film. It was a role which was not a contemporary launch break where, you're looking beautiful and stuff. Once again, the role was a performance-driven kind of a role.
Right.
And I think, to me, because it's my first film, I think it was the best decision that I made.
Sure.
And of course, the fact of not being launched with Hrithik was, I did 4 films after that with him. So that was a plus. I think that helped. it just kind of benefited that people wanted to see us more together. So we got paired in 4 other films.
Right.
But to me, I got launched because, this whole thing of, 2 big families, kids coming together. So I think that worked.
Right.
And I would regard that as a very special moment in my life. So to me, it was, again, another great decision I did.
Sure. Another funny thing that I have noticed is that the success of your films or the lack thereof has never impacted your star stature. I mean,
it normally doesn't happen with any actress. It happened for the first time. The more flops this actress gave, the more popular, the more money she charged.
Right. But have you ever tried to figure out how that happened? I mean, this kind of magic, how did it happen?
I don't know till today. If I sit down to discuss it with mom or someone, it's like I said, I think it's just that killer instinct that was there, that will say the never say die attitude, that I don't care what people say, but I will be good in this film even if the film doesn't work. And mostly I can say that my scripts let me down. I never have let any film down. I have given my 100% to every movie.
Right.
And in this industry, I mean, a star and a true star is only one who rises above his flops, his or her flops. And it's a part and parcel. I mean, you can't be constantly giving successes. I mean, I think that's unfair.
Sure. But did you ever sit down to analyze and see as to exactly what went wrong or why things didn't work?
I think I made my own decisions. I never took advice from anyone. And also, I think that I was getting carried away by the fact that I was being offered pots of money.
Right.
So I do agree that I was getting carried away in that. There was a phase of mine which I did kind of it constantly. I got stuck in the fact that producers were showering me with that. I think that was a mistake that I got carried away in.
Right.
Of not listening to too much of the scripts. But that also was a learning phase. That also, in fact, paved the path for, which is now a flowery path. It kind of made me realize my mistakes.
Right.
That I shouldn't do that. So everything has just been a learning experience to kind of, bring me to the end of this road.
Right. So this has made you wiser, right?
The only fact that I learned to make the right choice was because that I made those wrong choices.
Right.
Especially the kind of girl that I am, a girl from my heart, just goes to show that I made those wrong decisions and I just did okay, chalo karte hain yaar, chalo yaar. Dekhenge na kya hota hai, it's okay. That's always been my attitude in the beginning. I was quite a spitfire, where I was like, okay, let me do. But I think that's what's made me a little bit different from the fact that I don't think so much from my mind.
Right.
I'm all heart and very emotional. And I'm like, okay, chalo friend ke liye kar liya. Okay, I'll do this, yaar. It's okay, it's fine. He's not doing well or my producer wants me to.
Right.
And that's okay, yaar. That's what makes me what I am.
And now?
Now I'm using a little, now it's a 50-50. Now then the change is brought about. Now I've learned to use my mind and everyone is like, you have to do that. You just have to do it. Sometimes I push my feelings to the side. I have to tell myself, or Zahid will say, thoda dimag chalao madam, thoda dimag chalao. And then I'm like, okay, fine. I remove my heart and I kind of, I have really changed.
Right.
I have. Now I try not to think from my heart. But I still get a little annoyed when people say that, thoda dimag chalao. It really bugs me because I'm like, I just want to be this girl I am. People have appreciated me, my fans have stood by me because I'm a girl who's honest to herself, her profession, her heart, who stood by my decisions.
Sure.
And that's why I like this. But yes, it has brought about a change in me using.
Right. So if Saif were to offer you a role that you didn't like, would you not take it up?
Well, if it's a role now today, if Saif offers me a role for his production and I'm not happy with it, I will use my mind and I will say it's not up to the mark, Saif.
Right.
I will not make the mistake of following my heart and doing it no matter what.
Bollywood Superstars.
Superstar.